Hello friends, today I'm going to show you a very simple trick for binomial expansion. For example, suppose I'm taking uh, x plus y uh, raised to 5. Suppose I want to expand. So what I'm going to do, start x with the highest power or index, which is 5 in this case, right, which is 5 here. So I'm going to assign the power of 5 or index of 5 to x and give the index to y as 0. And then what I'm going to do, to multiply them together, x raised to 5, y raised to 0. And next you add the next plus sign and then start decreasing x by 1. So x raised to 4. And start increasing y by 1. So in other words, I started with the highest power of x, which is 5, and lowest power of y, which is 0. And in every step, I'm going to decrease x by 1 and increase y by 1. And again, in the third step, again I'm going to decrease x by 1. I'm going to increase y by 1. That way. So I'll continue this way till I get highest power of y as 5 and lowest power of x as 0. The moment you reach x is the lowest, y is the highest, you stop over there. Okay, so that's the step number 1. What's my step number 2? I'm going to simplify. I'm going to simplify my step number 1. For example, here you can see here y raised to 0. Any number raised to 0 is always 1. So I assign 1 here. Is a simplification of y raised to 0 is 1 here. And then I simplify this x raised to 4, y raised to 1, which is y. And similarly, x raised to 3, y raised to 2, I'm dropping it as it is. And x square, y raised to 3 as it is. And then x raised to 1, y raised to 4. I'm making it as x into y raised to 4. And finally, x raised to 0. Any number raised to 0 is 1. So I can write 1 here, right? Instead of this. So what you can do next is, as you can see, the coefficient of x is 1, which is first term, and the coefficient of y, which is the last term, is 1, which is already allocated. Now, it's a matter of assigning the coefficient for the middle terms. That is, I'm going to assign or give some kind of a coefficient to the second term, which is second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. So for that purpose, I'm going to write the term number just below my actual terms, which is term number 1, which is term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, term number 5, and finally term number 6. Now, how I'm going to give the coefficient for the second, third, fourth, and fifth terms. Process is very simple. I'm going to start the coefficient of the first term, which is 1 here. As you can see, coefficient of the first term is 1, and take the power of x. Power of x in this case is 5. So I'm going to multiply the coefficient of the first term, which is 1, and the power of x, which is 5, and divided by this term. This term. So divide by 1. So what I'm going to get is 1 into 5 divided by 1, which is 5. So 5 becomes the coefficient for the next term, which is 5 here. I'm going to write say 5 here. Okay, so this 5 goes this way here. Now I start the coefficient for the second term, which is my 5, and multiply them by the power of x, which is 4 here. So I multiply by 4 here and divided by the term number of the second term, which is 2. I can write it 2 here. So after simplification, this becomes my 10. So 10 becomes the coefficient for the third term, which is this here. Now similarly, I'm going to start the third term coefficient, which is 10, multiply by the highest power of x, which is a power of x, which is 3, and divided by the third term, term number 3, which is 3 here. So 3 and 3 is cancelling. I'm getting 10 here. So 10 becomes the coefficient for my fourth term. I can write 10 here. Again, I start the term number for the fourth term, which is 10 here. Power of x, which is 2. Power multiplied by them 2 and divided by the term number, which is my 4 here. So this is after the simplification, this becomes my 5 here, right? So the 5 will go here, this 5 will go here, and finally you can check this term number is already allocated as a 1, but still I can check here. So 5, coefficient of the fifth term is 5, and the power of x is, which is 1. 5 into 1 divided by 5 here, term number. So 5 is cancelling. I left with 1. So 1 goes over here, right? So that's all that trick is, and that's my answer. This is my answer. Trick is so simple. Okay friends, thanks for watching my video. Hope you like this. Thank you. Bye.